what, we can go back to Joe in commentary, because Joe's got a good... I think Joe told me the other day, I think Neil may have made a mistake with one of his entries as well, but Joe will know a bit more.
Well, Joe, of course, one of his great friends over the years, been practising with him for many years, Joe, and obviously won 4 titles last season, Joe, but didn't actually qualify to defend 2 of them, the Players or the Tour Championship. It's been a strange old term for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been very strange. He decided to take a long break in the summer, and one of the events he intended to play in was the top 4 were held over to the final stages, but Neil didn't realise that being number 4 seed, he wasn't held over because the reigning champion was Fen Zengi, who was way down the rankings. So Neil slipped up there. That's why he missed the first few tournaments of the season, hence missed out on the ones later on in the season. So it's been a funny old season. He hasn't got the trophies he normally gets in a campaign, but we never know. Sometimes he comes into this tournament red-hot favourite. This year, not so much, so it may work out differently for him.
In the meantime, that long pot from Izza, so close. It didn't go in.
Cheers, Neil.
And Neil right in amongst them. He's nicely on the black. Clear the black to the red to the right of the black. Black freely available into both corners. What a chance. And particularly, as we know, he's got a Q arm going after that wonderful century break in the last frame.
Eight. Nine. $16. $17.
So another red at the bottom of the pack here. Still are a couple of loose ones, but he wants to stay on blacks.
24.
You may be looking for an angle soon. Maybe flick another couple of reds into play here when playing this shot. Just got to be mindful where the cue ball's going to finish here.
$25.
Yeah, so that's not ideal. May have to play a cannon here. If he can just find that gap, just miss the bottom red, the one above the black, just hit the red to the left of that. That'll be absolutely perfect for Neil. That will open up a few reds. There you go. Mark on the cue ball. Lovely shot. He's in top form today, John.
Well,
32.
another few reds and blacks, and he'll be thinking maximum. But the fact that he's agitatingly tapping the table means that it's a bit awkward, this, hampered by the pink. Now, if you have to use the spider, it's easy enough if you don't have to do anything with the cue ball, but can he just roll it in and be on the black? He could.
30.
Yeah, now that red directly above the black, he can get on that now. Leave himself slightly low on it, so when potting it, just bring a few more into play. Maybe just come a bit too far to be able to do that, but it's okay. No problem, just getting on the black. Play a cannon off the black next shot if he needs to.
40.
Yeah, a little bit straight this time, so have to play for the red just left of the pink into left middle. So depending on the angle, that might put an end to the red-black sequence.
48.
Well, this shot will tell us if he's going to go for the maximum, because ideally you'd play for blue or pink here, but this will give us an indication to what he's got in his mind.
49.
Well, he's got one to the right middle, but can he play back for the black?
56. Touching ball.
First glance, I don't think so. No, I think that wry smile and shake of the head tells you. Yeah, I think if he screws back, he's going to kiss the red, funnily enough, that he's closest to now, so no maximum, I don't think. Yeah, frame's important.
57.
This is the World Championship. Okay, you might get an extra prize for a maximum, but winning the frame, more important.
Yeah, it's disappointing for the crowd, but I like to see that. Neil knows the importance of keeping his opponent under pressure.
63.
He can still equal the highest break, of course. Go on, get a 146. Currently the highest break, made in pre-qualifying by Ryan Day. But yeah, it can really change a match, can't it, John? If Neil had played something a bit outrageous there, missed the red, Wu then comes to the table, clears up. You know, you never know. It's all lifts and buts,
64.
but why take the risk? Play a lot more frames in this championship. He'll get a few more chances at a 147.
Absolutely, couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, don't take liberties with the game.
70.
Hard enough as it is. So that makes
70.
the frame safe. Well, snooker's required. Looks in good touch though, Joe, doesn't he?
79.
Yeah, I spoke to him prior to the World Championship, and he said he was hitting the ball well. And Neil doesn't often talk himself up. You know, a lot gets said about coming in here in form and stuff like that, but you know, look at the other way. He's pretty
87.
fresh. He's probably played less snooker than the other top players. So if he can find some form here, play himself into form,
88.
he's always going to be a danger, isn't he? Just how good he is. No one will want to play him if he's in top form, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like most of us at home. You know, I watch a lot of the
95.
snooker, and seemed to me that after the Welsh, that all these pro tournaments they had for the top 16, then the top 8, then the top 4,
96.
and none of them got through to that stage, did they? The people we'd think, Neil, Ronnie, Judd Trump. So we've not really seen them play, but I'm certain they've been putting the practice in. And as you say, they come in here fresh. So chance for the second century of this session. It's just wonderful to watch. And there's still a chance to equal the
103.
highest break of the tournament, a 146.
104.
Yeah, you
111.
just can't play snooker better than this, can you?
112.
So break, you don't see that often, isn't it, John? 146. Not far more 147s, believe it or not, than 146s. This has been absolutely fantastic. No reason now. Go on and
119.
equal the tournament highest break.
121.
Spare a thought for Louisa sat in his seat there, debutant, and he missed that opening ready attempted by an absolute fraction. And isn't that just snooker
124.
all over? One chance, you get back to your seat. No right of reply.
128. 133. 139.
Well, as Joe Perry said, it doesn't get any better than this. Okay, we're one short of the maximum. But it's a 146, which equals the highest break in this year's World Championship. Absolutely scintillating stuff from Neil Robertson. And now he just strides on relentless. 5 clear, 8-3.
And just to dot the I's and cross the T's on the stats here, the 146 that he made in the penultimate frame there was in fact the 5th in the Crucible Theatre. Graham Dott, Mark Allen, Ronnie O'Sullivan and John Higgins are the other players who've all made a 146 at some point over the last 13 years or so. So now you know.
So what? No, that's what Stephen would say, wouldn't he? No, it's amazing, the history of the game. First came here in 1977.
Well, you can't blame him for having a go now. Pretty much point of no return. Very unlikely going to win this match. So don't see why you shouldn't throw your arm at a couple. He's performed well though. A bit unlucky really with the draw. You know, an on-form Neil Robertson is never nice. But he had a good session yesterday. You know, a couple of centuries on debut. That's no mean feat. And I can guarantee he'll be back very soon.
Yeah, and I think, as we always say for the seeds, it's always a potential banana skin. And Neil, having led 3-0, 4-1, to be pulled back to 5-3 with back-to-back centuries from Bourget, it was good to hold himself together. And of course, he's come out today at the business end of this match and really produced the goods. Sort of performance that you can carry on in the championship. As we were saying, questions about what sort of form he's in. Well, he's answered those, and sometimes you like to answer your critics, not only yourself. Because this message, as we say, another beautiful long pot from Neil, will be sent out to the other competitors in the championship. Watch out for the thunder from down under. He's on his game.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have underestimate Neil's chances, but you know, the last sort of 4 or 5 years, this is probably the worst form he's arrived in terms of how the season's gone. But you know, always form comes and goes, doesn't it? You know, and what a time to find it. The World Championship. And this will do him good, actually. Good, nice first round, played some good stuff. Was put under a little bit of pressure yesterday. Responded today. Sets him up well going forward. He was just trying to pot that black as softly as he could, just hold the red directly above it.
8.
He's walking with purpose, so I'm assuming he's achieved that. Yeah, just about. Didn't have a lot of room to play with there, did he? This is all very precise stuff.
9.
Now he'll look to move this red away, ideally the one to the left. That opens up the black into both pockets, but very shortly, you expect the ones to the left and right will be out of the way.
In the first frame of this session, I think he'd got to 4 reds, 4 blacks, and we were looking at a maximum. This red to the left corner, I'm not certain he can hold for the black. He just went a fraction too far. Now he's going to have to go up for blue or pink.
70.
Yeah, again, that's a sign of focus for me, though. You know, 9-3 up, could have easily took a bit of a liberty there and try and hold for the black, but he wants to get this match out of the way. Pink spot covered, so up onto the green, which helps.
23.
Black available now into both corner pockets. So just a couple of precise positional shots away here to maybe getting a clear run to the line.
$24. $30. 32. $39.
Yeah, puff of the cheeks there. A bit short. I think he played for the red. It's just above the black into the right corner, but he's now left with a red to the right middle, but don't know that offers position for the black.
$40.
Well, he managed to force it over. That was beautiful. We heard all those stats, Joe. How about 2 1-4-6s in the same match by the same player? That could be a one for the notebooks.
47. $48. 55. 56.
This is just incredible stuff today from Neil. Break already up to 63. So very close to
63.
getting over the line in this frame and match. But knowing Neil like I do,
64.
he'll want to finish with another century and probably another 1-4-6, like you say, John. Does like to set records. He's very aware of people's achievements in the game and the records they hold.
$70.
So, match ball in terms of the scoreboard, anyway.
$72.
And just in case now we can go on and make another century, finish in style.
Yeah, and I think if anything ever sums up the game of snooker, I was looking at the qualifiers and
79.
just keeping an eye on who was coming through. Names I'd never heard of, like Wu Yiza. And I saw some of his performances. Average shot time was low.
80.
I think he went through 3 frames, mate. He made a 140, an 85 and 100. And I was really looking forward to seeing him play. But he's not really had a chance, and that is the game. But as you say, I'm certain he'll be back.
Oh, he'll definitely be back. He's made great inroads this season. He's had some big wins.
87.
Get into the crucible. You know, that's a highlight of your career, especially early on. No, he's got
88.
great potential, great talent, great attitude. Yep, he's a definite real addition to the tour. We'll be hearing a lot about him in years to come. He's still doing good though, this experience, playing one of the best players in the world at the Crucible.
$95.
Well, he's played for this red. I assumed it'd go. Is there a plant there? And he went for the plant.
96.
And the way he played it, you know he's thinking 146. At the moment, that 146 is shared, so he'll get a third of it. He'll get 2/3 of it now. And he's on track to do it.
Yeah, it's been an expensive afternoon for
103.
Ryan Day, isn't it, so far? But what an exhibition of
104.
potting, break building, cue ball control, temperament. We've had the whole lot today. Masterclass.
$111. 112.
I always have a feeling when you play for the yellow, it's a lot easier for a left-hander. There's more margin of error. But the green's not on its spot. Might just cause a slight problem. I don't think it will. And of course, the pink on the green spot.
190.
When he gets that far, got to get the cue ball travelling from pink to black. So, not a straightforward, run to the 146.
121. 124. 128.
Just got the angle he needs on the blue to get closer to the pink.
133.
All about line and length.
139.
Got the line. Just slow up a touch, slow up a touch. It's okay. This black for his second 146 of this session. Never been done before. Absolutely outstanding! Beware all! Neil Robertson has arrived at this Kazoo World Championship at the top of his game. Spare a thought for Wu Yiza, but you can't do anything about that. Absolutely brilliant!